Yo, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? So, I got my hands on the new Nintendo Switch OLED and I've been enjoying it so far, but there are a few things that I haven't been enjoying it. But first, let's start off with the good. Essentially, I went from this tiny little 6.2 inch dinky screen to this 7-inch beautiful screen. I know it doesn't sound like a big difference, but man, seeing this in person, you guys have to witness it. The colors pop, the screen just looks gorgeous, the white Joy-Cons just... Man, this really elevates handheld gaming. Why am I covering that first? Is because the topic I'm going to talk about kind of shits pretty hard on Nintendo's new dock in general. The goal of this video is to hopefully give you guys an idea of whether you should, maybe if you're thinking about just buying the dock for the speed gains by itself, because it is a very nice looking dock, but is it worth it? Are there any benefits to it? Because so far it seems like it just added an Ethernet adapter and we don't know if the speeds are better or not. Well, we're gonna find out in this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know in the comments down below if I didn't answer any questions, if there's anything in particular you want to know. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Now, before I get a whole bunch of hate comments in the section saying, I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm pretty ungrateful, my speeds are great. Yes, I get it. My speeds are great compared to most consumers, which is, it's understandable why some of you guys might be upset at this, but the thing is, we can always ask for more from Nintendo, and I feel like it's justified in this case, and here's why. So if you look at my speeds here, I just did the test not too long ago. I have really good speeds with my internet provider. Thankfully, Bell is awesome over here with fiber optics. Basically, I got 1 gigabit download, 1 gigabit upload, and it's been great. Honestly, once you've experienced this, it's really hard to go back to regular internet speeds. Now listen, I don't expect the Switch to have gigabit internet speeds over LAN. Like this would be a dream come true, but you know, I know Nintendo tends to not buy expensive components for the hardware because, well, frankly, it sells no matter what, right? So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in this case, it's kind of weird because if you look at the original dock over here, they actually have a USB 3.0 port, which is, you can see over there. And Nintendo really never tells you about it on their website. They never tell you about it anywhere else. And guess what? You don't get USB 3.0 speeds through it, which I believe you can get up to 5 gigabit per second transfer speeds. And through USB 2.0, because they didn't activate it, 500 megabits per second. Well, what gives? Nobody really has those speeds on the Switch, right? We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, it has a dedicated LAN port over here on the side. I thought, you know, because they really advertised that this was going to be really hopeful, but boy, was I wrong. All right, I got data to prove it. Now, I'm going to preface this with explaining how exactly I went about the tests. I essentially took 20 data points with a few different scenarios. So one of them being the version 1 Switch, which is this one over here, with the old dock via Ethernet cable, which is a U-green one. It's a really good one, honestly. I really like this, but it doesn't give its full capability on the docks because, you know, USB 3.0 is not activated, but these have given me reliable speeds and they worked really well for me. I'll leave them in the description down below. And then also the new Switch with the new dock, obviously. And then I did the good old swap-a-roo, old Switch, new dock, new Switch, old dock, just to test it out and really see what we can get. And then also I compared their Wi-Fi speeds, which is pretty interesting. So stick around and see that. I basically took 20 data points and made them into a nice little bar graph for you guys to see. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show 20 screenshots of each thing. I'm just going to show really 4 screenshots of each thing and kind of roll them as I'm talking about it. Just to show you guys proof that, hey, I did do it. And then finally, you know, show you guys the final results with the bar graph. So over here, we got the version 1 with the old dock using the Ethernet adapter. And these are the speeds, well, proof of speeds, which I'm going to demonstrate in the data points later on. But these are the results that you can expect. Now, the next one over here is actually the new OLED model connection speeds through the LAN port itself. Now, as you can see over here, really not much of an improvement, like maybe 10% maximum. That's kind of not what you would expect for something that, like, you know, was advertised as like something revolutionary and huge, as a huge upgrade, like, hey, we have a LAN adapter, you know. I mean, maybe they didn't say it was huge, but it really did seem like, hey, we have a LAN adapter. now it's going to be better because it's dedicated. I was very disappointed when I saw these results in particular. Now this is also interesting because now we have the version 1 Switch with the new dock, and now you can see the speeds were actually very similar to the new dock and the new OLED Switch together. So that's one interesting result to note. And the old dock with the Ethernet adapter with the new Switch actually had speeds similar to the one with the old Switch and the old adapter. You're kind of seeing what I'm trying to explain here. And now to the Wi-Fi speeds. Now this was the one that interested me the most. So you could see actually the Wi-Fi speeds, they're okay. The downloads, they're about half of what we get on a wired. A little more than half, but still, for the version 1 Switch over here. Now for the version 2 Switch, we actually get kind of a significant boost in speeds. I'm guessing this is probably because of the Wi-Fi bands somewhere, maybe the construction. I know they didn't really change the components since the version 2. I don't know if version 2, the speeds were slightly better as well, but maybe people thought it was placebo or something. But as you're going to see in by bar graphs right now, actually, that's not really a coincidence. So over on the top left, we have the download speeds comparison. You can see this basically with the old docks, the Ethernet speeds are the same for each Switch, give or take. And then the new docks, they're the same as well, give or take. And the upload speeds for all the situations, no matter what the dock is, are pretty much relatively the same. Now for the Wi-Fi speeds, yeah, this is a no-brainer. Even basic statistics shows that there is kind of a significant boost, at least in the download category. The uploads category, there's too much variance, honestly. I don't know if it's a server issue thing with Nintendo in general, but it's just interesting to see to that the most gains that we actually received in terms of speed was actually through Wi-Fi, which is relatively interesting. I kept them in the same spot, kept them in the same conditions each one. They're actually like maybe 7 feet away from my router, so optimal conditions, 5 gigahertz, 98% signal strength, all that good stuff. Wi-Fi 6 as well, so no interference. Not that these are gonna see Wi-Fi 6 speeds, but very, very, very disappointing in terms of the speeds, the download speed gains on the Switch docked. Honestly, it seems like they just soldered in the LAN port or whatever, however it works, made it have one less interface, and those were the gains. Very ridiculous. It's very upsetting. So now this is the part where I shit on Nintendo. You see, Nintendo, this is unacceptable in 2021 because USB 2.0 speeds, as I explained earlier, has the capability of, I think, roughly 500 megabits. You can't even reach 150-ish in total download and upload together with a LAN adapter and with an Ethernet port on the dock itself. That's ridiculous. The fact that you're even slower than USB 2.0 speeds, that's unacceptable. And it's unacceptable that the USB communication can't even accept it. Like, at least, okay, fine, I get it. The LAN port is unoptimized, maybe they messed up, but why isn't the USB capable of reading it at that speed? Anyways, that's just doesn't make sense. It feels like such an archaic, backwards, bad engineering. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I feel like given the fact that we know it replaced the USB 3.0 port, it should be able to handle gigabit speeds. Yeah, ultimately, this is what it is. You see the results. Fairly disappointing. It's a shame, really, that there's such minimal gains over the new dock compared to the old one with an adapter, and it's just I think overall it's not worth it if you have the old Switch and you really wanted it maybe for faster speeds. You don't really care about the handheld experience so much, that because the handheld gains are phenomenal. Like I showed in the beginning of this video, like the handheld gains are just absolutely banger. Like I want to play handheld more because of the system, but I know they're going to be selling the Switch dock separately. I know that Nintendo already future-proofed it with a capable HDMI cable that can output 4K 60 frames per second. Apparently people have tested out on their Xbox Series X. It's shown that, which is pretty crazy, but yeah, I don't know. Right now, maybe potentially it could have a firmware update, help out the internet speeds and help out the 4K output. I don't know, but as of right now, this dock is not worth it. And if it changes, I can make an update video. I'll eat my words, you know, on this, but kind of sucky, to be honest, because I felt like this was the most hyped up feature for me overall. And I guess final verdict, it's not worth the upgrade unless you really appreciate the handheld experience. And if you do, this is a next level experience. But if you just need the dock, stick to the old one. Also, don't forget, you can catch me on twitch.tv/whippedcream, where I'm playing games like Metroid Dread right now. Waiting for Sora to come out in Smash, because I love Smash and I love Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to try to main him. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. See you guys later. Peace.